First time ever, the Republican Party will hold a midterm convention.
Trump just did something that no sitting president has done in 50 years. 50 years, guys. Not a rally, not a photo op, a full, honest-to-goodness national convention in a midterm year. So just let that sink in for a second, all right? Presidents, they don't do this, ever. Midterms are supposed to be quiet. You know, low-key, you send out some mailers, you shake some hands, you kiss some babies, and you hope for the best. So the Republican National Committee just changed the rule book, literally. I mean, they rewrote their own rules to make this possible. So here's my favorite part. Most politicians treat midterms like a college kid cramming for a final at 2 a.m. You know, 3 energy drinks deep, praying that the material actually shows up on the test. Yeah. So President Trump showed up with the answer key 6 months early. So why on earth is this happening in Dallas, Texas? Why now, right? And why does the other side suddenly look like they just found out that there's a pop quiz that nobody told them about? Well, stick with me, guys, because it gets a whole lot better. So we need to talk about Dallas. Joe Grutters, or Joe Grutchers, the RNC chairman, is calling this thing Trumpapalooza, which, I'm sorry, guys, is objectively one of the funniest names in modern political history, but I digress. Somebody in a meeting said this out loud, and they said it with a straight face, and suddenly the room just went with it. Anyway, but don't let this goofy name fool you guys. This is a strategy. It's cold, it's calculated. It is a strategy. So here's the old way, right? 300 Republicans in Congress running 300 separate campaigns with 300 slightly different messages, hoping something sticks in November. Here's the new way. One convention, one stage, one message handed to every single candidate at the same time. Simple as that. Now, if we flip over to the other side of the aisle, the Democratic Party is not coordinating anything. In fact, they're currently busy arguing with themselves. So ask yourself this: what happens in November when one party shows up reading from the exact same playbook and the other party is still arguing about which playbook to use? So what is actually happening in this particular master plan, you ask? Well, let's go ahead and break it down plain and simple. Tax cuts, border security, a fraud crackdown on government programs like we've genuinely never, ever seen before. Guys, we're talking about falling gas prices, or actually falling energy prices, an economy that's not just doing fine, but actually moving. Every single Republican candidate walking out of Dallas, they actually get the same 4 talking points, word for word. It's kind of like handing 300 kids the exact same cheat sheet just before the big test, except this time it's not cheating, it's just called having a plan.